afternoon, yeah, afternoon, late afternoon. Um, Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It's me in the place to be, and I'm happy to say we live on Thursday, and I feel fine. I feel fine. 100%. We're back. And we're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna talk about them, and when we're done talking, that will be it. Because actually, I'm be honest with you, it is. I'm looking through my window, and there is sunshine and blue skies. Do you know how rare sunshine and blue skies are here in Alaska? Sunshine and blue skies. So what I'm saying, we're gonna be in here. I shan't be before you long, as the pastor says, but I will not lock the doors. Man, I thought that shit was crazy. And it's like, I mean, there's been times, and this ain't the topic, but there's been times like when you're in church and you in the sanctuary, and the pastor, sometimes keep you a little longer than you're supposed to be kept, and you're already getting a little antsy about that. You know what I'm saying? But then we talking about, close the doors. But then later on, I found out there was a lot more moving parts to that situation than what we were privy to. Once again, I wouldn't say fake news, but skewed news. Okay, when it comes to Bishop Marvin Sapp. But I ain't gonna speak on him because I done seen stuff happen to people that talk bad about the man of God and got in trouble behind that shit. So not gonna be me. Groovy in the building. What's happening, Groovy? Good to see you, dog. Glad you could make it. Come on, yo, King. President of the Black Panther fan group is in the building, and my dog Diabolical in the building. What's going on? Glad y'all could pull up today. We got a lot of stuff we want to talk about. I got comic news. I got thoughts I've heard about movies and movie processes and supposed movie processes and thought processes. I want to challenge thought processes today. I don't want to change the thought process because change is something that takes place within. I might be a factor or influence, but I am not the catalyst that will create the change in your mind. Information presented presents change. So when you say, I changed my mind because, don't say you changed your mind if you change your mind. Don't say you changed your mind about some things you think because D-Real said it. Say you changed your mind about it because it made sense to you. I ain't trying to get nobody think, act, do nothing crazy. Javon, Big Javon, what's up, baby? How life treating you, man? Good to see you, bro. Anansi. I might weave a story or two. See what I did there? But yeah, I'm glad y'all in here. We only 4 minutes in. I might have time to go grab me something to sip on. Well, I mean a beverage, not like not like that. Just it's been a long day, and I might, want to just kick back, after the day, and talk about different events. Comics. I'm gonna get y'all into that. Yep, that's Absolute Wonder Woman #6. I'm gonna get y'all into that. That is Black Canary, Best of the Best, #5. Hey, if you got any questions about whether or not her and Shiva, I put it like this. They done devolved into insults. They insulting each other. They calling each other names. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I thought breaking your ribs and busting your nose would have been enough. You done broke ribs and busted noses, and then you gonna revert to name calling? That's backwards. Bass backwards. Yeah, okay, they're not. Yeah, he's honorable. He's very honorable. And Paul Martin, the one and only. What is up, my guy? La DC talk today. La DC talk. La DC talk. Absolute Green Lantern. So we're gonna be doing Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute. I like that cover. That cover is dope, bro. Look at the detail. I love it. Joe Moline, I think it is supposed to be our primary Green Lantern and Absolute Green Lantern. And if I am reading that correctly, Hal Jordan might be the bad guy. Go figure. So there you go. There you go. My God, Theo is in the building. What is up, Theo? I got a show, and then I'm gonna be done, and that's going to be that. But we got a show. We definitely have a show. Also, shouts out to my man Dave Pepos. I was at my LCS and I picked up the Ash Can edition of Captain Planet and the Planeteers. You never know. You never know. You never know. Just saying. Just saying. It's kind of an origin story. Him and Gaia, mainly. But then we run into, the Planeteers. It's a lot of excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. Been a long day. Been a long day. Seen a lot, did a lot, and I am ready to get out on the deck and just kick back. You know what I'm saying? Just kick back. All right, y'all. Where we gonna start? You know what? Let's since there's a bunch of men's up in here, let's start with a men's issue. What up, Gray? Glad you could make it, homie. Glad you could make it in the building. Okay, so while y'all still saying hey, hello, what's happening? I'm gonna go. Oh, why? Thank you, sir. My lovely better half copped this here for me. Everybody was rocking because when we first started watching Sakamoto Days, everybody this is dope. We like this. And they immediately ordered Sakamoto Day t-shirts. Of course, they always make this kind of stuff in little dude sizes. You know what I'm saying? My wife's like 5'4", my daughter's like 5'4". You know what I'm saying? So you can get them little mediums and them mediums and all of that. But you know what I'm saying? You got a nice little, nice size, brother, where, XL, 1X, 2X, you know what I'm saying? They don't be having them, so I had to wait for mine. By the way, newest episode of Sakamoto Days ain't gonna be out till July. So you got some time to get caught up if you want to get caught up on what's going on with Sakamoto Days. But Taro Sakamoto is him. If y'all don't know, y'all might need to check that out. But yeah, thank you for noticing, sir. Thank you for noticing. Boom. Trick question. Why do people break up in relationships? Why do people break up? And better yet, let me rephrase that question. Why do people assume that the primary reason for couples breaking up, whether they be married or not, is because the man is cheating? Is it because the man's cheating? Is it always because of the man cheating? Now understand something. Understand something. I'm not trying to say men don't cheat. Men don't cheat. Anyway, I'm just trying to point out that a lot of times we get caught up in stuff that ain't important. Like for instance, and I don't want to downplay it, but for instance, cheating. 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 Do we live in a society now where that's a major thing, where that's the big, I ain't gonna be able to do it type of thing? Here, let me provide a little clarification at what I'm saying. Sometimes we get those things on social media. And I want to say that partly some stuff that was going on social media was kind of what was the inspiration for this particular topic. And I just, kind of hit kind of close to home. Some family members of mine are they are divorcing after a number of years. It bothers me. I'm not gonna put their names out there because I don't need to. But suffice to say, it's not because of cheating. Okay, now never mind the person who's putting this out here. Read what that say. Matter of fact, you ain't got to read it. I read it for you. Can we please stop acting like cheating and infidelity are the only reasons why relationships don't work out? Let's talk about lying for no reason, getting too comfortable, mishandling money, portraying yourself to be something you're not, being irresponsible, disrespect, whatever form that takes, attitudes, not being compatible. Because you could get with somebody and y'all could be getting, doing a horizontal boogaloo for a little while before you figure out we aren't compatible emotionally. We aren't compatible financially. We aren't compatible, you know what I'm saying? Fill in the blank. Crossing boundaries, having drug habits, parenting or lack thereof. Ooh, that's a good one. Lack of education, lack of financial stability, uncleanliness. And before you say somebody being dirty ain't no reason to break up, you obviously ain't been with nobody dirty enough. And the list goes on and on. Breakups are not always about cheating. Now, that might have been true. It might not have been true 20, 30 years ago because that's all people was looking to break up for. Oh, he's cute, but if he cheat on me, I'm breaking up with him. Oh, she got that good, but if she giving it to everybody, I'm breaking up with her. That was it. Not that she was a gold digger taking you for all your money. Nah, we ain't gonna break up with her for that. Not that she's got 5 kids by 4 different dudes. and she ain't taking care of them the way they need to be taken care of. So she looking for a man to leech and latch onto to be their homemade daddy, and it don't work out. You ain't my daddy. We've heard that before, haven't we? So maybe, just maybe, and I ain't talking about the folks, folks like in the Rock With Me Nation who done been in their relationship for a long time and know they ain't going nowhere or being supplanted in any way, shape, or form. But just to be mindful, y'all, especially in the current climate of the world. Y'all sound like y'all talking and y'all saying more than hi to each other. Well, maybe you ain't. Kamayo say, divorce. Yeah, I mean, it's an ugly thing, and it was the guy, the male in the marriage, who came to the conclusion that he couldn't take it no more. Okay. I might elaborate a little bit and tell you the what's, but I ain't gonna tell you the who's. Okay. Alcohol's involved. I don't like that. I don't like addictions. I understand addiction is a thing. I understand that anybody can become addicted to anything at any time. But lying ain't necessary. If I ask you, are you still drinking? I came down the hall early and I thought I smelled alcohol. And that's why I came in here. Are you still drinking? Oh, no, I'm not drinking. And I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Again, as I said, addiction is a thing. It's a whole thing. But if you is going to be doing the things you doing and expecting somebody to be around for that shit, especially a man, girl, you got another thing coming. We quick to, what my man saying, heat, man, don't get attached to nothing you can't drop in 20 seconds flat. You know what I'm saying? When the heat's coming. Maybe you shouldn't be like that when it comes to marriage, but okay, do you understand the difference between a vow and a covenant? You take marriage vows. Marriage itself is a covenant between man and woman. And it's supposed to be sacred. It's supposed to be solemn. It's supposed to be, and I get it. Here I am, married for my third time, telling mothers what they should be doing in a marriage. Well, first time I got married, I was married 3 years. Second time I got married, I was married 3 years again. Current marriage, just celebrated my 21st. So trust me when I say there are things in a relationship where when you say, okay, I'm not having this, I'm not doing this, I'm not dealing with it, and you draw that line in the sand and say, this is what it is, and if we do this again, I'm out. That ain't necessarily just cheating. Like I said, like right here, with these relatives, she drinking and she can't stop and she's supposed to go get help and supposed to have gotten help but didn't, or I don't know the particulars, and I ain't gonna try to speak on it like I do, but I do know if you addicted to something, you do need to find some kind of support. Something. You know what I mean? And somebody being able to understand you and say, I get who you are as a person, so I'm going to cover your flaws. I'm going to cover your shortcomings. I'm going to cover your weaknesses. That's what you're supposed to be doing in a covenant. In a covenant, you know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be protecting each other. Now, when you ain't being true to the covenant and you going and you doing some shit on the side that I don't know about, I can't support you. You understand what I'm saying? I can't support that. How you going to support that? You said you wasn't going to do some shit no more, but now you doing that shit or still doing it. Don't get mad at me for what I do in response, in reaction to what you continue to do. Come on, you'll say lack of motivation has broken relationships. Yeah. And while I got all these men in here and we talking about lack of motivation, okay, let me teach y'all a lesson real quick that I was taught. Okay. Now, out of us that are in a relationship, that are in a marriage, that are in a covenant, how many of y'all are the head of your household? Now, you ain't got to speak on it if you ain't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, as head of the household, there are certain expectations that will be made of you. Okay? You, as the head of your household, are the visionary for your household. So when you say some stuff like, I'm tired of living in this 2-bedroom apartment, we got to bust out and get us a house with a big old backyard and all the many picket fence, whatever it is you like on your houses. That's the vision. And guess who you, Mr. Head of the Household, have given that vision to? Yes, your spouse. So when she nagging you, it's in response to the vision that you have planted in her head. She wants that house. She wants that big backyard. She wants that picket fence. Because you brought it up. She didn't say nothing about no damn picket fences. You did. So is she being a nag? Or to help make that she was designed to be and remind your ass of the vision? I never looked at it like that before, D. I know. I know. A lot of brothers ain't never looked at it like that. Why is she cantankerous? Why is she always that? Why is she always in my face? Why? Damn it, why? That's why. If you said, I'm the magic man and I'm about to make some stuff happen, and you ain't make that shit happen, she gonna ask, what we doing, Mr. Magic Man? What's the vision? So don't get mad at her because she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Are you doing what you supposed to be doing? Dang, dudes is mad at me like 3 of y'all. Three of y'all just dropped out of the chat like F this Negro. I don't like him telling me things that I don't want to be told. Okay. Makes it no less the truth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with nobody, getting in their feelings and feeling a certain way. But like I said, it's where the lie at. Where the lie at? Where the lie at? Okay. Ain't but one person talking. All right, well then I'm gonna go ahead and listen. Kamalio said, if it's the guy, then there is no going back. We can, Lord have mercy. That's all I can say. We decide together, and once we are agreed, I push the pile to get it done. Even if she has lagged behind a bit, I will remind her what she agreed to, and we will get it done. Okay. I heard you. Well, I ain't gonna say I heard. I see with my baby Browns the word we. 1, 2, 3. 3 times in 2 sentences. 3 sentences. 3 times in 3 sentences. We. That man said we. He said we. That's what's important. We. Now, what happens if you ain't the head of your household? Now, what depicts, what denotes, what says who is or isn't the head of household? Like I just said earlier, who got the vision? Who's carrying the vision? What is it? How does scripture go? Young men dream dreams and old men have visions. Old as in wise, not old as in I got one foot in the grave. So they see things as they are supposed to be or should be. Why am I saying all of this? Because I want my brothers to have vision. I want my brothers to have vision. Now, like I said, what happens when you ain't the person with the vision, when you ain't the head of household? That's not necessarily a disqualifier, as it were. But a lot of people don't understand that when there is no vision, wifey might get her own vision, or worse, wifey might attach to someone else who has a vision and desire to become a part of that. And I'm not saying necessarily it's going to be Mr. Get His Swerve On or Mr. Steal Your Girl or anything like that. It can just be, it's clear that you are not the visionary, and it's clear that your wife has a great deal of admiration for this supervisor, this pastor, this dynamic presence that is exerting themselves in y'all's life. What to do about that? You ever ask yourself? I ain't got to ask myself because I got a vision. It's okay if you don't. I'm not here to pass judgment. Not on somebody who ain't trying to pass judgment on me. I understand. But we do need to have some kind of vision. Something. And it doesn't have to be like a 10-year vision. It doesn't have to be a 5-year vision. It could be the next 6 months vision. You know what makes a woman happy? Results. Results around the house. Results in the finances. Results in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Just be a doer. That's all you have to be. Stop talking about shit and do it. Stop talking about it and do it. Theo, my brother, I'm glad you're still here. He said it's hard to do as an individual if you are in a relationship. You shouldn't have to do it as a damn individual if you are in a relationship. I mean, it take more than one. But I understand. Trust me, I understand. Kamoyo said, I have had to warn a friend about this because his married coworker was focusing on him like he was her hubby. He pulled himself out. Boy, I'm telling you, they when they see a strong man, a prolific man, a man who says some shit and then turn around and do that shit, lady, don't show no weakness. Lady, don't show no vulnerability. Okay? Y'all know those saying, don't be talking about what you and your man do around your girl. Because if your man's a good man and you talking about a good man around your girl, especially your girl who ain't got no damn man. Hey. Mario say, yep, just do it. Yeah, you got to just do it. Stop talking about what you gonna do. Stop telling everybody, oh, I got this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, do it. You know what I'm saying? Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Do it. Do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. If you got a vision, share your vision with who you need to share your vision with. Get it built. Start making it happen. Start making it happen, buddy. Hey, Grandmadam, how you doing, Queen? How you doing? It is. I am happy to see you. It gladdens my heart that you are here. And Kamoyo's too, apparently. Because he's a charmer. He gave you flower. Anyway, I'm mad, y'all. No, I'm not. I'm not mad. I'm irritated. I'm irritated because of what I read about what this man said the other day. And in my mind, I said to myself, don't we got enough shit going on without people? And I'm not saying John Boyega. I'm saying people around him over the years that have forced him to have these kinds of opinions. What kind of opinions am I talking about? John Boyega insinuates bullshit. He said, John Boyega says Star Wars fandom is racist and so white. Okay. John Boyega starred as Finn in the latest Star Wars trilogy that was mad, lackluster, and booty. It seemed like in The Force Awakens, Finn was going to be the cat that we was going to be talking about that was going to take the hero's journey. You know what pissed me off about it? Not only was he a stormtrooper, but what what kind of stormtrooper was he? A fucking garbage man? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? That's what we was doing in 2017, 2018, whenever this shit came out. That's what we doing. We making black dudes the trash man again. And nobody at Lucasfilm saw anything wrong with that. Nobody. One person. And then you just kind of relegated him to the back and then played up Rey and Kylo. We just forgot all about Finn. Finn just became the damn Chewbacca of this saga. Wait, Chewbacca was there. Well, he became the C-3PO of this saga. Oh, wait, C-3PO was there too. He became the Lando Calrissian. There we go. He became the Lando Calrissian of this saga. Well, damn, at least Lando Calrissian is the person primarily responsible for the destruction of the second Death Star. Right? At least Lando got that, right? What did Finn do? Finn just sat in the trilogy and looked black. John Boyega's words, and I quote, Star Wars always had the vibe of being the most whitest elite space. It's a franchise that's so white that a black person existing in it was something. You can always tell it's something when Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are in the cookie dough. They're okay with us playing the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's, oh my God, it's a bit too much. They're pandering. So, essentially, what he just said. Oh, we're fine when we're the also rans. Oh, we're fine when we're the featuring. Why they can't get a Blade project off the ground. Some of the easiest shit in the world to do. You can't get a Blade project off the ground. Oh, but they all the same family, damn it. When you talk about Disney, and you talk about Marvel, and when you talk about that on-screen stuff. Anyway. So, is that one of the reasons why Star Wars is just trying to flood the market with a plethora of plastic polyurethane black characters? Some are hit and some are miss, and some are like, oh my God. And you cranking them out like, you know, we got some Grief Karga. Okay, all right, okay, all right. Side character. Moff Gideon. I like Moff Gideon, but Moff Gideon feels forced. Shouts out to Giancarlo Esposito, but Moff Gideon feels forced. The Obi-Wan Kenobi, what's the guy? Kara? Was her name Kara? Was that her name? Well, Miss Moses, the character she played on Obi-Wan Kenobi, the third sister. I would have loved to explore that character. Unfortunately, no. And then that acolyte, bro, help me. I mean, these characters are men. Give me some black characters with some depth. Give me some black characters with some gravitas. Give me some black characters that make me go, I like that character right there. I want to see more of him or her. John Boyega is not wrong because I don't hear the fans. I don't hear the Star Wars fans crying out for more black. Do we? And at any point that anyone thinks I am dispensing disinformation, I would love for you to hurry up and say so in the comments in a respectful way. But is this disinformation? I don't know. Ask Kathleen Kennedy, damn it. Where we at? Javon calls it the classic bait and switch. That's damn sure what it looked like. Because I swear to God, them Force Awakens posters, and I seen them. I'm like, brother, we got another one, yeah. And then y'all made him into a non-lightsaber wielding janitor. First Order stormtroopers are kidnapped kids raised to be fodder, mostly, which is how you get BS like Finn being a garbage man. Okay, so I'm kidnapped. What the hell that got to do with me being a garbage man? What if I'm kidnapped and I'm real good with computers? What if I'm kidnapped and I'm a dead ass good shot? I mean, you still gonna make me a janitor? Finn yelled Ray the entire trilogy. Bruh, y'all was there. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Finn went from the focus to the sidekick to the cardboard cutout status of the character. Bruh. You how you racist about some shit taking place in space? How you racist about little green aliens and robots and big giant slugs that live in castles? How are you racist about that? Long ago in a galaxy far, far away, no matter how far you get, racism catch up to your ass. I don't get that. I don't get that. Give us a. I mean, every now and then you get a you get like what's her name, Jen? What's her name, Jen Orso? Tandy Newton's character in Han Solo. That's what I'm saying. You got black characters in Star Wars proper, and I think that's where everybody's missing the point. Okay. So if there were white people in Friday, they would everybody be cool with them being? Could we put Channing Tatum in the Friday series and make him a janitor? Could we put Chris Hemsworth in Friday and make him a crackhead? Give me Zell's role. He the new crackhead. He 2020s crackhead. We gonna be good with that? All you Hemsworth fans, would y'all be good with that? So why we doing little John like that? Non-fighting ass scrub ass janitor. Sidekick, cardboard cutout character. Why are we doing that? I got the Finn blood-streaked helmet on my Stormtrooper white Forerunner. Anytime I get asked about it, I tell folks I tell folks like Finn, I realize the Empire ain't shit. What Gray said, you're not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Grand Madam says some of those Star Wars fans are viciously racist. They troll Moses Ingram and Boyega. First Order troopers are like Trump's Space Force or the troops over there with the little hats. They aren't trained and they are expendable. Literally living props. Damn, that's messed up. Paul Martin said he'd rather see Attack the Block 2. Man, you ain't getting no Attack the Block 2 because Finn's mad. Finn is pissed that they ain't showing him no love, Paul. And honestly, I cannot say that I blame him. We need more Black actors calling out things like this in real time as they happen. Turn the light on and show them all of these damn roaches that's crawling around Hollywood, making it a cesspool. But that's Hollywood for you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have that kind of situation no matter what's going down. Someone at Disney Lucasfilm saw the potential of Finn's superstar status in Star Wars and said, "She not on my watch." He didn't want to be nobody else's sidekick, Kamoyo. That's what it was. He didn't want to get relegated to another damn cardboard cutout role. And we know that's what he would have got if he went into the MCU. You can only name like 2-3 Black people that didn't get relegated to cardboard status or wasn't stuck in cardboard status for a long time until after that after Phase 4. They just started getting shine when these TV shows came out. They just started getting shine when they said we ain't reading them. Well, they wasn't even getting shine. I take that back. They wasn't getting shine. They were getting mini rolls. They was getting little teeny tiny cinnamon rolls. You know what I'm saying? Sure, we'll give you a role. We'll give you a lead role. But guess what? We won't call you for that shit again. They still got Michael Coulter wondering. He like, damn, am I gonna get to? Don't know. Really, literally, don't know. Hey, he can't fathom it. A lot of other people can't fathom it. It's just an unfathomable situation. Period. So, knowing that, I say this to y'all. We at the Rock With Me Nation are proud to tell people we got it at the house. We got it at the house. I say if we got it at the house, why do we keep talking about these mugs out here in Hollywood? If we got it at the house, let's start making that shit happen at the house. Damn what these folks out here talking about. I can be mad, but I'm not going to be mad at some stuff that I could just as easily ignore. Y'all hear what I said? I ain't letting nobody rent space in my head. Not doing that. So I got to be mad. I got to be angry at everybody. I got to be pissed off. No, I could just ignore them. If I've told you what I believe to be true and correct and accurate, fuck, I got to argue with you about it for. You disagree? I go, all right, you disagree. Bye. Have a nice day. I can hear in what they say that they don't know what they're talking about. I can hear in what they say they don't care what I'm talking about. So why should I keep telling them things? If you don't care what I'm saying, why the hell am I going to keep saying it? I'm saying it for your benefit, but you're not benefiting from it. So I'm going to stop saying it. See what I'm saying? Mario said, life doing culture a favor that Daredevil is ass. Really, Kamoyo? I don't think Daredevil is ass. I feel like that Daredevil is trying to capture what it had originally. So if we do that, there's no way we can mess this up. Let's just do the exact same thing that was going on Netflix, right? Right? I'm going to tell you why. To me, Daredevil feels disingenuous. Because the very second I start liking it is the very second they go fuck something up. So I'm going to keep it over here, compartmentalized. That's all I can do. Kamalyo, he was like, I'm good. Don't put me in no fan cast over there. Period. You know what's up. Compared to the Netflix one, Daredevil viewership is over with. Oh, well. Hey, y'all want to see an action figure? Okay. Got a new action figure. Sure do. I have a new action figure. And it is a new action figure courtesy of Monster Force. Monster Force? What is Monster? Remember when I was showing y'all that new when I the Dracula, not the Marvel Legends Dracula, but the Monster Force Dracula. I was showing you that Dracula, and also they got big ass werewolves for player prices, but this is the arch foe of that universe. He is the Forgotten King from Operation Monster Force. Yeah. Big Bad Toy Store exclusives. Boom. And that there is what he looks like. Let's get him out the box and on display. And I go Oh boy, unboxing time. Yes, unboxing time. It is unboxing time. Here we are. Okay. Drop a little something there. Okay. It comes with the Monster Force stand. Any number of extra hands and spell effects. Now, I like their spell effects because they got hands that go with the spell effect. See over here. Look at all. That's some more hands. How many sets of hands is that? That's like 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 sets of hands. 10 sets of hands. My man's rocking the all white. Oopsie. My man's rocking the all white with the Pharaoh like mask. So definitely he a little buff there. Look at him. He got a little bit of cut to his arms. Look at him there. That suit looking kind of tight on him. But yeah, this is the Forgotten King. Let's give him a groovy look. Let's pull out his staff. Who is the Forgotten King? Let me just read that to you. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. Once a sorcerer pharaoh whose reign was so vile, his name was erased from Egyptian history. Oh, you got to be a real dick to do that. Had that done to you. The Forgotten King pursues a sinister agenda, gathering mystical artifacts from around the world for some unknown purpose. Every soldier sent to stop him is killed and reanimated into a dead zombie that is under the Forgotten King's command. Worried, boy, they got long words, on the back of this box, don't they? Worried the Forgotten King's reign of terror will not be able to be stopped, the military enlists the help of monster hunter Declan von Helsing. Seeing no other option, Declan goes against the Von Helsing's family wishes and opens Tomb 13, freeing the world's most powerful vampire, Count Dracula. His rationale: it may take a monster to bring down a monster. So yeah, that there is what we looking at doing with the Forgotten King. Now, if the Forgotten King can, there we go. All right. There's his eel staff. Yeah, he's a whole problem. If that's what we doing to keep him out of action. And let me get that hand out here because I want y'all to see that little effect that the hand got Let's left hand. Let's grab a left hand. So now I am assuming that the different color hands are for when he's wielding magic. But I believe that effect can be made even cooler with the magic effects. You know how with Marvel Legends, how they have the little effects and you pop the hand off and put the effect on and then put the hand back on, and it's, you know, and it looks, you know, they look like they spent a little more guap on their effects. Feel me? Ooh, shit, look at the color. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so let's get this on right away and see how it makes him look overall. I think we in for some fly stuff, y'all. I think we in for some fly stuff. That's dope. That's dope. Look at that. That's fire. Marvel Legends, eat your heart out. That's a nice looking character. That's a nice looking character. That's nice. Let's direct that magic somewhere else. Yeah, boy, that's a yeah, the Forgotten King. He's giving Dracula all he can handle and then some. So, and that's what you're looking at, pretty much a bunch of different hand sculpts. That's your Forgotten King, squaring up with Count Dracula and controlling werewolves. He's a whole problem. I don't see how they forgot about this king. This king, he look like he said enough stuff where he ain't gonna be forgotten in the future. But I like it. I like it. I like that. I like that whole Monster Force line. There are a few of those that I wouldn't mind owning, and we might make that happen in the not too distant future. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Forgotten King. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. That is the only new action figure I have today, Kitty. Sorry. We are going to have to move on. Well, y'all got some comments. Let me get y'all comments before I move on. Grand Madam. She said Daredevil was already messed up. They killed Foggy and the White Tiger before the show got off the ground. Then they repeated the very first episode. I'm sorry, Grand Madam. I'm sorry. Grace says a dope action figure. Thank you, sir. Kamoyo said he sort of looks like Hastur. Okay. Gray said he could be a pimp named Khonshu if his head sculpt can fit. Hmm. Real quick, can I show y'all an image? I just want to show y'all an image. I want you to tell me what this image or images evoke in your mind. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What you think about when you look at that? Those images are roughly about 21 years apart. A lot's happened in 21 years. Thoughts? Anybody? How are we feeling about what is and isn't in 1992 and what is and isn't in 2023? I'll tell you right now, when both of these images came out, they were hella controversial. What we thinking about? Well, let me see what y'all thinking about it. Let me go to the comments. Mario King said bad comedy. Just so you know, I did not put these two images together. This is not anything I doctored or created. These images came exactly like this, straight off the internet. Period. Yes, Mr. Martin, and that's the reason why I'm gonna let y'all comment. That's the very reason why I'm gonna let y'all comment. Grand Madam said how things have changed. Yes. Yes, they have changed. They have changed. They have changed. And that's what I meant to say, but I'm terrible at math. So thank you for correcting me. I meant 31. I know it wasn't 21. I got yeah. Fun with genders. The first thing that comes to my mind, because I'm seeing how y'all are commenting. One of the first things that comes to my mind is what is controversial? You see what I'm saying? And one word immediately comes to mind. Acceptance or tolerance, whichever one you feel that you are engaged in. And that's either image. You accept or tolerate either. You know what I'm saying? Not focusing on either image. Comfortable in your own skin. And now everybody's like, why, D? Why? Why in the hell are we having to deal with Marky Mark and these other people? Because at one point you did. Okay. What's considered beautiful? What ain't considered beautiful? You know, I put that image up there because I want to see where we are as people, if that makes sense. I want to see what we think other people think about what we think. Nobody got ooh, I got to think deep about that one. But before I start a fight, I forgot to show y'all. This head sculpt right here, I received the other day, courtesy of Mr. Ray Smith. Shouts out to Mr. Ray Smith for, now this is M'Baku, the man, hey, whenever y'all get finished. And I think he got this head sculpt done through Artman Customs. That's a nice M'Baku. You could very easily take a Wendigo, or actually a Wendigo body would be actually ideal to make a mayonnaise. So I think I got some Wendigo body parts laying around, either Wendigo or Zenmu. Yeah, great. Keep his eye open for the action figure stuff. I like that about you, boy. What other people think is their business, not mine, and vice versa. I like that, Grand Madam. I like that a lot. Oh, yeah. My recent let me see what Kamal you're talking about. I feel that most will accept folks living in their truths as long as it isn't rammed into their face. Usually that's how it is in New Orleans. Well, I mean, that's for the most part how it is anywhere, Kamoyo. As long as your flamboyance does not fool with my everyday life, as long as you living out loud does not diminish me. Like I said, matter of fact, I need to get back with Christina Michelle down in Juneau, because she still hasn't gotten back at me about the podcast we did about the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. She did like a little video where there was images of us, but I didn't see the actual link for it. And the reason I brought that up is because one of the individuals that I did the show with is a trans female. And they are a very good friend of mine. At least I consider them a friend of mine. I know there was a time when they weren't sure when I was friends with them, but I mean, I tell, like, just like I'm telling y'all right now, it's the same way I told them. I ain't got nothing against nobody that ain't got nothing against me. You know what I'm saying? So I live your truth. As long as your truth don't infringe on mine, you are more than welcome to it. You know what I'm saying? So a sigh or shaking my head does not necessarily mean you don't want them to live long and prosper. Exactly. I mean, some people might find some of the things I say or do tiring, or they might sigh or shake their head when my videos come on. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Live your truth, bro. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, I made a new friend on Twitter. As if that was possible to do. I didn't even think that was possible to do. It is a page called Who Will Win? And I use the word friend loosely. You know what I mean? But somebody, an admirer. Let's do that. Admirer. And at this Who Will Win page, I basically, it's just a page where somebody posts a bunch of different battles from different characters, and they're like, Who gonna win? Who will win? Okay. Now, I have seen some pretty weird and gnarly matchups. I would say this one here ranks among them. You ready? All right. Rock with me, nation. Who's winning this fight? Who's winning that fight? Battle Beast from Invincible or Superman's best friend, KRYPTO? Who's taking the W in that matchup? It may not look it, but they're both extraterrestrials. And don't let your love for Invincible take you to a place of forgetfulness. Whenever you get done, that is the dog of steel. The Kryptonian dog of steel. Now, we not sure of stats. We not sure of who can do what. I will entertain if I can. Paul Martin, Mr. DC, you ain't got no idea. You ain't got no idea. So, sounds to me like folks that that love Invincible, and this is why I was saying, come on, y'all. Okay. Anansi said, I don't know anything about Battle Beast. Rare occasion. Okay. Anansi, you are familiar with the universe of Invincible, and you are familiar with Viltrumites. Yes? If you are familiar with Viltrumites, know that this guy on the left, Battle Beast, has fought with a few of them and killed them. So he's strong enough and savvy enough to defeat certain Viltrumites. Okay. The way this guy ends up should explain to you what would happen to him if he went up against a Kryptonian, any kind of Kryptonian. Because I don't know if y'all saw my video about Viltrumites and Kryptonians, but bottom line, Kryptonians will beat the dog shit out of Viltrumites. Yes, I said it. Kryptonians will beat the dog shit out of Viltrumites. Now, let me also open y'all mind to some facts. Fact. KRYPTO is a Kryptonian dog. Fact. Most of y'all would be scared of an enraged KRYPTO under a red sun. Ooh. At the end of the day, Krypto is still a dog. Tell me you ain't never ran from a dog. Who in this chat ain't never ever ran from a dog in their life or got uncomfortable in the presence of particular dogs? That dog didn't have no heat vision. That dog didn't have no freeze breath. That dog couldn't fly. That dog wasn't bulletproof, blast proof, and stab proof. Okay. Now, as strange as this matchup seems, somebody's getting their ass handed to them. And it ain't the dog in the red cape. The dog in the red cape has beaten multiple white Martians by himself. The dog in the red cape bit Mongol. Mongol, we all know who Mongol is, right? And almost killed his ass. We think an angry white lion is going up against that? And doesn't Krypto love to use his heat vision? And I don't want to be somebody that's like, but come on. I mean, if I'm showing Superman bias, as Black Panther says, why ain't nobody speaking up for Battle Beast? I don't see a whole lot. I'll see a whole lot of y'all hooping and hollering about Battle Beast. Why we ain't talking about Battle Beast with him? I'm not hearing none of that. I'm not seeing none of that in the chat. So it's not me. Okay? Y'all hear me what I'm saying? It's not me. Y'all the ones that need to speak up for Battle Beast if there's Superman bias jumping around in this piece. Exactly, Gray. That's that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we on this, and I love Invincible. I love the show Invincible. I love the Invincible universe, and I am not by any shape of the imagination a Superman file. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Superman, and we talking about my top 10 superheroes, favorite superheroes. Superman ain't even in it. Superman ain't even in my top 10. This, I don't know when you got here, Panthro, but this is from someone else. I didn't come up with this, but bottom line, nah. You say I see Viltrumites and Kryptonians on the same level. I don't. They just don't have heat vision. Nah. Kryptonians aren't susceptible to specific sonic wavelengths either. And it take a whole lot more to get inside of a Kryptonian or wound a Kryptonian than it does a Viltrumite. We see Viltrumites bleeding all the time, stabbing each other with their hands and ripping heads off and curb stomping each other. So, you know what I'm saying? If they on the same level, how come they can't keep their insides inside? I'll see Kryptonian guts everywhere when it's a Kryptonian fighting. So you know, I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see it. A dog with heat vision versus a beast with a meat cleaver. Is it even fair? Well, he got a hammer too, Grand Madam. He got a hammer too. Well, Panthro, you know what? You know what I will say? When Superman had to fight Atlas, KRYPTO decided he wanted to jump in that fight, and Atlas had a little something for the Dog of Steel. So no, KRYPTO is not invincible. KRYPTO can be curbed, so to speak. But most of the time, yeah, you're right. If Bob Kirkman wrote this story, yeah, Battle Beast probably would be coming out with a W if Robert Kirkman did this story. So yeah, that was just. Theo says, see my above vote, KRYPTO, and I don't think it's close as some may think. I'm that Battle Beast has better tactics, but he can't overwhelm that. Yeah. Well, and I didn't do it, man. Whoever, Siegel and Schuster, and the people who followed, I ain't the one kept giving Superman powers through the 40s and the 50s. I ain't the one that continues to give him powers to this very day. I ain't the one gave Superman instant transmission. So, you know what I'm saying? Superman's their golden boy. And if the golden boy ain't, you know what I'm saying, doing what he supposed to do, then they gonna write him to do what he supposed to do. My man said opposable thumbs win. Okay. I love it. I love it, Panthro. I love it. Thank you for pulling up, man. I appreciate you being here, bro. I really do. My man said opposable thumbs win. Oh my goodness. The Rock with Me Nation, man. I love. Yeah. Another quick question for you. Do you like your new Supergirl? Yes, Little Miss Targaryen is going to be Supergirl in the Superman movie, and Supergirl gets her own movie in 26. That is your Supergirl. What do you think about? I can't say her name and keep a straight face. I can't. Millie. I can't do it. I can't. How is that your last name? I can't. I can't do it. I just can't. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna say pause right after. So you might as well get ready. Millie Alcock. Pause. How do you feel about her as your Supergirl? Think she's gonna make a good Supergirl? Yay? Nay? What y'all say? Bruh, I just how you got a name like that? That's just I really you need to change your last name. Because they know you want one, Paul. They know you want one. Gray said, sounds like a Bond girl. Hey, okay, Zinnia on the top. Pussy galore. Millie Alcock. Bruh, I can't do that. I can't do that with her. I can't do that with her. But Paul, I think they're going to dye her hair blonde for the role. I think her hair is gonna be blonde for the role. I could be wrong. But if it really means that much to you, I can check up and follow up and see what they talking about. But for better or for worse, that's your Cara Zor-El, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we do all this talk, all this random talk about who should have their own comic and who shouldn't have their own comic. And I'm gonna do this before I get on to the last part, and I'll be finished. Oh, before I forget, I finished my Mr. Hyde. I got all my pieces. Bob, got him. Spotty, got him. Got it all too. So there is your Mr. Hyde, ladies and gents. You like? It's a big character. But yeah, I got my Mr. Hyde now. So no need to hide my Mr. Hyde. I saw that someone in real life had the last name Dickens Sheets. No joke. As for Millie, hopefully she'll do a good job as Supergirl. See, I like the casting choice. Yeah, I mean she cut her teeth on House of the Dragon, so I mean she done been in some dramatic roles. We will probably get to see her. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Hyde is complete. So Masters of Evil. Stay tuned for that. Last topic of the night. These three ladies in comics. These three ladies here that I wanted to tell y'all about. This lady here. This lady, well, one of the ladies here. And of course, my favorite absolute girl, Diana of the Hell Isle. Anyway, let's start with Absolute Green Lantern #1. Absolute Green Lantern #1 dropped this week, y'all. Give y'all that close up. That's a nice cover. And they also give you that other cover too. Absolutely free of charge. So you get that cover too. Now, I ain't gonna reveal too much for you. Episode 1 is The Black Hand, and you see who's writing it. Al Ewing. Now we got a Hal Jordan in here. We got a lot of controversy in here. And this is Abin Sur. That's Abin Sur. Why does he look like that? I liked it. There was a lot going on in the book, and now you're telling me Hal Jordan is Black Hand? Hal Jordan is Black Hand? Or a Black Hand? That's interesting in and of itself. It's a good read. A lot of Green Lanterns. A lot of Green Lanterns. Who's going to be the Green Lantern? I don't want to reveal too much. I'm gonna put Absolute Green Lantern down there. I will give you a review this weekend on Absolute Wonder Woman number 6. What y'all think about this? Are we tired of Batman Ninja? Are we tired of Batman animated features? I don't know. Now, last issue, Diana got snatched down into what we find out now is the underworld, and it's the throne room of Hades. So he ends up telling a lot of stories. Okay, stories about her armor, stories about her lassos, stories about kicking it with Prometheus, stories about Prometheus giving her some of his blood to make his lasso nemesis. But Hades doesn't believe none of it. What's gonna happen with Hades? And you know, because Diana has been performing tasks that are mythological in proportion, and a lot of the feats and things that she does in this comic are nothing short of mythological, damn near Herculean. And we know about Hercules and labors and all that stuff. So Absolute Wonder Woman number 6. If y'all ain't been rocking with Absolute Wonder Woman yet, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you reading this book? Oh, because you do a review every month and I don't have to. Bastard. Anyway. Last on the list, but oh my God, it's not least. She is still being hounded by her mama, who feel like she ain't gonna measure up no matter what. Mama, mama, you think your little girl's measuring up yet? Her and Lady Shiva still going. And boy, round 5 ain't no punk. Matter of fact, look at their faces. Bruh, they putting each other to the test. They are putting each other to the test. Now, I don't want to give away a whole lot of this. I don't want to give a whole lot of this away. Woo, Lord. How y'all ain't reading this? How y'all ain't reading this book? These ladies are trying to beat dog shit out of each other. Yeah, and it's epic. I'm hearing weird sounds, y'all. But those are the there we go. All right. I don't like hearing weird sounds. I want that to happen to me. Anyway, those are the 3 comics that I recommend y'all pick up. Lot going on in them books. I'm gonna give y'all a little. I'm gonna give y'all a little reviews this weekend, so y'all can see what's going on with these comics. They're good reads. They're good diversions. They're good distractions. They are good comics. They are good. Hey, last question. Last question of the night. 4-part. Hey, if she had her own series, would you watch it? If she had her own series, would you watch the IO show? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm waiting on y'all. Okay. I'm reading Batgirl right now with Lady Shiva. It's dope too. I got to get Absolute Wonder Woman and Best of the Best. All of them. All of them. All of them. Nope. No T'Challa, no dollar. Just checking. I was gonna see who was gonna say what. I was waiting to see who was going. Okay, good. You passed the test. You passed the test. You passed the test. You passed the test. Look, I put it like this. If no T'Challa, no dollar wasn't an issue, yes, in a heartbeat. But since it is, much as I like IO, much as her premiere was probably one of the most memorable things of Captain America Civil War, no. And that's that. Come on, you say you're gonna get the Absolute Wonder Woman trade paperback. Okay. I mean, you do what you do, my boy. Just saying. Some things are not, you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss. Gray said he watched Florence Kasumba if she was Bast in the reboot with T'Challa. That part. Anyways, look here, Rock With Me Nation. This has been Thursdays Live with your man D Real. I have brought you what I come to bring you, and it has been brought in. Brought. That sounds like a sausage or something. Pause. Anyway, tune in tomorrow evening. Theo and I are going to be getting together. We're going to pop off with some pop off. And we're going to talk to y'all about some of the normal, usual, typical, whilst I get guests ready for the weeks to come. So y'all don't want to stop vibing with the vibe, because the vibe ain't going to stop vibing with you. We come to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and we are fresh out of bubblegum. So y'all make sure y'all pull up for the antics, the festivities, the laughter, the joy, all the stuff that come when you pull up Friday night and vibe with me and Theo. It's going to be in there. Everything but a guest. Next week, I got you on that too. But y'all make sure y'all pull up for the pull up, y'all. I got things that I got to do, like get out here on the deck before the sun goes down, because I want to get some sunshine on my face before I calls it an evening. Look at y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out and rocking with a brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Y'all keep rocking with me the way I keep rocking with you, and we will all be richer for the experience. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.